Good morning, students. Now here we understand the tail fold. Before we understand the tail fold, in the head fold which we have finished, note down that buccopharyngeal membrane will rupture in the 4th week. So by end of 4th week, the buccopharyngeal membrane will rupture and amniotic fluid which is there in amniotic cavity will enter the gut tube. Now in the tail fold, very simple, the entire yolk sac which is converted into primitive gut tube, that primitive gut tube will involve its caudal portion. And what is the caudal portion of primitive gut tube? Hind gut. So therefore, the portion of yolk sac which is converted into primitive gut tube in the tail fold will be known as hind gut. Now what are the structures in the tail fold? It revolves around the hind gut. So therefore, in the hind gut, the ventral portion will be, if you see the ventral portion, there will be vitellointestinal duct, extraembryonic mesoderm, and therefore this will be known as umbilical cord. So the entire ventral portion of the hind gut from above to below will include umbilical cord and its constituents. What are the constituents of umbilical cord? That is this extraembryonic mesoderm connecting stalk as well as vitellointestinal duct and a part of allantoic diverticulum. Then what is the other structure which is present here in the ventral wall of hind gut? This portion which is known as allantoic diverticulum. Similarly, the entire hind gut will have in its lowermost part, but ventrally, see here, lowermost part, caudalmost part, but ventrally, the important structure of cloacal membrane. So therefore, the hind gut in its ventral wall will have 3 structures from superior to inferior. Structure number 1 is the entire umbilical cord with vitellointestinal duct. Structure number 2 below that is allantoic diverticulum, and structure number 3 will be the cloacal membrane. So these 3 structures are present in the ventral wall of this entire hind gut. What about cephalic portion of hind gut? The cephalic portion of the hind gut will be separated from the midgut by this portion which is called posterior intestinal portal. So therefore, the name of this will be posterior intestinal portal. Sometimes it is asked in 1 mark question answer. It is the portion which will separate the hind gut from midgut. Where is anterior intestinal portal? This is anterior intestinal portal which will separate midgut from foregut. Therefore, the hind gut will be continuous with midgut in the cephalic direction through posterior intestinal portal. Very simple. So we have finished the cephalic, portion, we have finished the ventral portion. Now caudal portion, see here, the caudal portion of the hind gut in the tail fold. In the tail fold, the hind gut is bounded caudally by primitive streak and the lower end of notochord. This is the lower end of notochord. What about dorsal portion? Dorsally, the hind gut in the tail fold dorsally is bounded by 2 structures. Those 2 structures will be notochord and lower part of neural tube, that is the spinal cord part of the neural tube. So therefore, these are the boundaries of hind gut. Now, the entire hind gut will be divided into 2 parts by allantoic diverticulum. This is allantoic diverticulum, later on it forms the urachus, but this allantoic diverticulum will have urorectal septum. This urorectal septum will pass inferiorly in the hind gut. But before the development of urorectal septum, try and understand the entire hind gut, because of the attachment of allantoic diverticulum, is divided into 2 parts in the tail fold. What are those 2 parts? The portion which is lying above the allantoic diverticulum, and that portion of the hind gut is known as pre-allantoic part of hind gut. So here I am going to write this portion as pre-allantoic part of hind gut. The portion of hind gut, this much portion of the hind gut which lies above the elliptic diverticulum is called the pre-elliptic part of hindgut, and the portion of hindgut which lies below the elliptic diverticulum is called post-elliptic part of hindgut, which is known as cloaca. So therefore this entire portion is called cloaca. The portion of hindgut which lies below the elliptic diverticulum, cloaca. Now in this cloaca there will be later on development of urorectal septum, which will divide the entire cloacal membrane into two parts, ventral urogenital and dorsal anal membrane. But here one statement you need to note down. After discussing the boundaries of hindgut and after discussing the two parts of the hindgut, pre-elliptic part and cloaca, that is post-elliptic part, what you need to write down will be, in the later phase, in this tail fold, in the later phase in the tail fold, there will be disappearance of primitive streak. This is for first point. Because of disappearance of primitive streak, first point. Second point will be because of the creation of infraumbilical wall, the anterior part of infraumbilical abdominal wall. Note down. Because of development of infraumbilical anterior abdominal wall. Because of these 2 points, please note down. Because of disappearance, first point is disappearance of primitive streak, and second point will be because of the development of infraumbilical part of anterior abdominal wall. What will happen will be the cloacal membrane here will shift in ventrocaudal direction. So where it will shift? It will shift here in ventrocaudal direction, lower down. As a result of which, the urorectal septum will divide the cloacal membrane into ventral urogenital and dorsal anal membrane. And gradually, this membranes, cloacal membrane which is converted into urogenital, ventral and dorsal anal membrane will also break down. When will they break down? At the end of 5th week. So note down, one more question answer. Buccopharyngeal membrane will break at the end of 4th week and cloacal membrane will break down. That is ventral urogenital membrane and dorsal anal membrane. These membranes will break down at the end of 5th week of development of embryo. These 2 points are very important. But why this cloacal membrane shifts in ventrocaudal direction? Because of number 1, disappearance, later on disappearance of primitive streak, and second, because of development of anterior abdominal wall. Which portion? Infraumbilical portion. As a result of which this cloacal membrane will shift in the ventrocaudal direction. So here, very simple, we have finished the entire tail fold. So note down one interesting fact is the entire tail fold you have to discuss in hindgut. Hindgut will remain in the center. And you have to discuss the ventral boundaries, you have to discuss the cephalic boundaries, you have to discuss the dorsal boundaries, and you have to discuss the caudal boundaries. So hindgut will remain in the central, and ventrally we have discussed vitellointestinal duct, the elliptic diverticulum and cloacal membrane. Caudally there will be primitive streak. Dorsally there will be lower end of notochord and lower end of neural tube. And cephalic direction, posterior intestinal portal through which it will communicate with the midgut. And next was elliptic diverticulum, which will divide the hindgut into pre-elliptic part and post-elliptic part. Post-elliptic part was known as cloaca. And later on, because of the disappearance of primitive streak and creation of anterior abdominal wall, where below the umbilicus, this entire cloacal membrane will shift in ventrocaudal direction. And then finally, the cloacal membrane, that is the ventral urogenital membrane and dorsal anal membrane, will rupture at the end of 5th week. Here we finish the entire tail fold of the embryo. Please note down, students, that this diagram is very important. Based on this diagram only we understand the head fold and the tail fold. So here we finish the tail fold. Thank you very much.